Defense, man. Defense. Luciano Spalletti has to be talked about. I think I've got to put him in the double H11. I've got to put him as my manager for the double H11 because Inter Milan don't actually have any good players, really. As in, apart from Icardi, Skriniar, the defender who's really helping Miranda, who can be a bit wayward sometimes, Valero, Hizai, Perisic, of course. Apart from that, there are no other true quality players in that team. So I've only named about 3 or 4 quality players. The rest are just okay. Like Sanson, D'Ambrosio, Brezovic. All these dudes are just sort of like okay. So the fact that he can take okay players and a few really good players and actually compete to the Juventus and be so good defensively and so solid, it goes to management and coaching. Allegri, he rolled with not playing Dybala and not Costa. This was a tactical... See, the first thing is weird because it has to have been a tactical decision, because don't tell me that Dybala wasn't fit. Maybe he wasn't fit, who knows. But with going with Asamoah instead of Costa, I think what he wanted was better defense, because Asamoah is far better defensively than Costa. Costa destroys Asamoah offensively. But what he wanted to do is, I think he wanted to restrict, and it has worked. He wanted to restrict Candreva and Perisic, 2 very dangerous players for Inter Milan. And you can see Candreva and Perisic literally had no space. Perisic was getting a bit of space in the second half, but especially in the first half, it was just very tight. And I think for Inter Milan, they don't have a transitional player. You could just see for Juventus, within 2-3 passes, they created chances. You could see that whether it's from a ball from Asamoah, connecting to the height of Mandzukic, or from Cuadrado doing a little shimmy, creating space for himself and putting it across, they could create chances with very few passes. But for Inter Milan, whenever they had the ball in the middle, there wasn't really that dude who could really find that ingenious pass, or who trust his passing ability to really give a ball over the top to Icardi, give a through ball that's like much more of a 40-yard. Everything was short, and nobody had the ability to really move with the ball and get space, find space, go past the player, really try and beat him and just try to sort of push Inter Milan further forward. And I just think that there was definitely not enough movement in that number 10 area. So guys, that's the juicy area for football. The juicy area is the number 10 area, and I think because Inter didn't really have enough movement in the number 10 area, Icardi was isolated, so the guy was literally feeding off scraps. But I believe this was Spalletti's plan. Spalletti was like, if we can get a goal, great. But Spalletti, his mind is that our first port of call is don't concede. Do not concede. And for him, a draw, he's happy with a draw. Because again, remember, you're playing away from home. This is still a project that's under construction. This project is still very much under construction. So going away to Juventus and getting a point is okay for Inter Milan. And I think, and I look at that team, and they look good. For Juventus, again, for Allegri, look, they had their chances. If Dybala was fit, he should have started. If he wasn't fit, fair enough. I would have gone with Costa, because I do believe that Costa would have been able to do enough defensively to be able to restrict either Candreva, to restrict, Candreva, because Candreva is on the right wing, so he would have done enough to be able to restrict Candreva, who again is not the best person, the best dribbler, like Perisic is, but Candreva is much more of a better cross, but again, he's not even that consistent in his crossing. So for Costa, if he was fit, I would have gone with Costa, because Costa would have provided far more creatively going forward, beating his man, and be able to actually get more crosses and much more supply to Higuain, who really did not really have anything to feed off of. So again, look, but it was a very, very tactical game, very Italian and very tight, and I think definitely the happier of the two teams has been Inter Milan, because Inter will say to themselves that we're going up against a team who, man fun, are better than us. They're a better team than us. They have much more experience than us, especially in the Champions League. These are they're the defending champions, 6 wins, 6 titles in a row, and you couldn't tell which was the better team. You really couldn't tell which was the better. You versus the edge, but judging by that game, it just seems as if, okay, wow, these are 2 top table teams. So, but for Spalletti, he definitely needs a creative player. I think in general, he should definitely try and look for somebody who can create, whether it's playing Valeri further up or it's just getting a player who can actually put through balls into Icardi, and sets Perisic off. Look, a Snyder, get a 2010 Snyder, and Inter Milan are looking gravy. But Juventus, I still think that they're still up in there. And for Serie, I'm going with Juventus, but we just wait and we see how all of this stuff unfolds. Peace out, stay true, stay black.